Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Juliet of Jill's Closet, and on today's episode I'll be showing you how I made these wide leg baggy trousers that has elastic on the waist and will be suitable for all sizes. And if it's your first time coming across my channel, you're highly welcome. Please do well to like, share, subscribe to my channel for more of these interesting videos, and please do well to watch to the end of the video because you'll be having so much to learn. So I'll be making use of this Ankara fabric, and I'll be needing like 3 yards of this fabric because of how wide our trouser is going to be. Then I have my elastic band, which is 1.5 inches. So let's get started. So I've gone ahead to cut out part of the Ankara fabric for the front of my trouser, and the measurement I used to cut this out is 18 inches on fold. So before you do this, you make sure you go ahead to calculate your hip measurement plus 5 or more inches allowance. For the length of the trouser, the full length of the Ankara fabric is around 44 inches. I won't be taking anything away from the full length, but I'll just be going down by 1.5 inches because we'll be adding a band to this trouser. So my band is going to be 2 inches, but I'll take out only 1.5 inches. This is including the allowance I'll use to join the band to the trouser. Now I'm placing my tape on the 1.5 inches mark that we have. I'll be going down by 9 inches to get my hip circumference. But I later adjusted this measurement to 10 inches because I'm making a baggy trouser and I won't want it to be tight at the crotch part. Then to get my crotch length, I'll be going down from that hip measurement with 3 inches, making it a total of 13 inches. So from this video, you can see that it's different, which I later adjusted it to become 13 inches. So you can go ahead to use 13 inches for your crotch length, or 13.5, or even 14, depending on your body size. So I just go ahead to join all these lines together, which is my hip line and my crotch line. On the hip line, I'll be taking my hip measurement, which is 42 inches, and when divided by 4 is 10.5 inches. So I'm going to mark out 10.5 inches and add 4.5 inches allowance. So you can adjust the allowance to your taste depending on how wide you want your trouser to be. Then I took the total measurement that I had on my hip line, which is 15 inches, and measured the same thing out on the waistline. And also I did the same for the crotch line. Then I'll just go ahead and join these points with my ruler. On this crotch line, I'll be adding an extra 2.5 inches just to extend our crotch length. And you can as well make use of 3 inches. Placing my tape at that midpoint that we have, I'll be going out by 1 inch. So this is just to form my crotch curve. Once you get to the 1 inch point, you go ahead to draw out your curve just like you see me doing. And from the extended crotch length, I'll be drawing a straight line to meet the bottom of the trouser. And with that, I'm done with the front part of this trouser, and this is what it looks like. I'll just go ahead and cut it out. For the remaining part of my fabric, I'll go ahead to place it on fold, then cut out what I need for the trouser back. I'll just bring in the front parts that were already cut out to get an estimate of what I need for the back. So with this, we'll be adding extra 2 inches or 2.5 inches for our crotch extension. Then I'll go ahead and cut the fabric out. So the next thing I'll do is just to go ahead and place my front piece on the back piece. So with this, I'll align it properly, then go ahead and impute the extra measurements that I need for the back trouser. On this top part of the back piece, I'll be extending it up by 1.5 inches, and this is because the buttocks needs extra allowance, unlike the front of the trouser. Then on the side of the crotch, I'll be adding 2 inches for our allowance. Then also on the crotch line, like I said, we'll add extra 2 inches or 2.5 inches for our crotch extension for the back of the trouser. So the next thing I'll do is just to go ahead and mark out my 2 inches around that area to meet the point we have on the crotch line. Then go ahead and connect the points together in a curve-like manner. From the point where I have my 1.5 inches raised, I'm going to connect it down to meet the front part of our trouser in a slant-like manner, just like you see me doing. And after that, I'll also be adding 2 inches around the sides of the trouser, just like I'm doing in the video. And with that, I'm done with tracing out the back piece, so I'll just go ahead and cut this out. I'm going to be having pockets on the sides of this trouser, so what I'll do is just to place my fabric on one fold, then go ahead and place it on another fold, just like you see me doing. And the width I'm making use of is about 8 inches, so I adjusted it to get my 8 inches. And for the length of this pocket, I'll be making use of 7 inches. So from one point of the fabric, I marked out my 7 inches. And from the upper end of this 7 inches, I'll be tracing out my pocket shape. So you can as well just form something that looks like a pocket, or you go ahead and do the same thing you see me doing. After the sketching, I'll go ahead and cut out this pocket shape. I'll also open up the closed part, so now I have 4 pieces of this pocket, just as you can see. The next thing I'll be doing is to join the trouser pieces together. So for the front part, I've gone ahead to sew down that part with 1/2 inch, just as you can see. And I've also done the same thing for the back piece. So just hold the 2 pieces together and close up the crotch area with your 1/2 inch sewing allowance. After that, I'll be placing the front piece and the back piece together with their right side facing each other. And the next thing I'll do is to attach my pockets to the sides of this trouser. So from the waistline, I'll be coming down by 1 inch. And from that 1 inch mark, that is where I'll start the attachment of my pockets. I'll be taking 2 pieces of this pocket and place it right side facing each other, just the way we have our trousers placed. And from the 1 inch mark, I'll be pinning down one of the pockets on the front piece of my trouser, and also do the same for the back piece. So watch what I'm doing carefully and do the same. After I was done with this, I went ahead to attach the other piece of the pocket on the other side of my trouser. Now, I've taken this to the sewing machine to sew down the sides that I held down with pins. And this is what it looks like. And from there, I'll be closing up the whole sides of my trouser. So from the waistline, I'll be closing up the sides with my 1/2 inch sewing allowance, and I'll do the same throughout the pockets, then down to the whole length of the trouser. So just follow the demonstration that I'm showing and do the same thing. And after doing that, I'll go over to the other side and do exactly the same thing. This is what it looks like after sewing it down on the sewing machine. So I've done this for one side and also for the other side. So for the inner sides of this trouser, I'll just be holding them together from the crotch point and go ahead and sew down one part of the trouser leg, and also from that center crotch, I'll sew down the other side of the leg. Remember, this trouser is going to have a band, so the first thing I'll do is to place my tape around the waist to know the total measurement that I'll be needing. So from one end, you place your tape and take it round to the other end. Here I have about 53 inches. I've gone ahead to cut out a piece of fabric for the band, and the width is 5 inches, so that when it's unfolded, I'll have 2.5 inches. 2 inches for my band and 1/2 inch to attach it to the trouser. And for the length, I'll go ahead and measure out my 53 inches and also add extra 1 inch for the sewing allowance. I've closed the sides of this band with that 1 inch allowance that we have. So this is what it looks like. Then I'll just go ahead and make it into a fold, just like you see me doing, to get our 2.5 inches. And after that, I'll also use my iron to iron it so that it remains flattened. The next thing I'll do is to mark out the midpoint of this band, just opposite the joining that I have. And this midpoint is going to serve as my center front. Now that I have the midpoint, I'll be marking out the parts for my allowance to join this band to the trouser. So from the open ends, I marked out 1/2 inch. And for the remaining 2 inches, I'm going to be sharing it into 3. This is to mark out the lines that I'll need to form gathers on this band, and also the place I'll be inserting my rope. So on this second part of our line, I'm going to be marking out points where our rope will be coming out from on the 2 sides of the center line. So you can just go ahead and make a buttonhole on this point, or if you don't have a buttonhole stitch, you use your scissors and make an opening. Make sure to open up the band before cutting it open. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to be attaching the center front of this band to the center front of my trouser, with the right side facing each other. So just watch what I'm doing and do the same. And I went ahead to pin this down with my office pin, and from that point I'll be sewing the band round the waist of my trouser. And this is what it looks like after attaching the band. And as you can see, the trouser is almost ready. At this point, I left it open because this is the point I'll be inserting my elastic band. So I'll just go ahead and measure the quantity that I'll be working with. My waist is 32 inches, but because this band is stretchy, I won't be cutting out 32 inches. I'll be cutting out about 28 or 29 inches. From one end of this elastic, I'll be attaching my safety pin, and with the help of this safety pin, I'll be inserting the elastic through the band. So I'm going to just keep on pushing the safety pin till the band comes out at the other end. So this is what it looks like, and I'll take the 2 ends of this elastic and stitch it down with 1/2 inch. And once I'm done with that, I'll be closing up the open part of this band. To hem the ending part of this trouser, I'll be folding it in twice with about 1.5 inches allowance. Then I'll take this over to the sewing machine and sew it down. You can see what the band looks like now. So for some people, they prefer leaving it this way, but for this tutorial, I'll still go ahead to make the gathered stitches around it on my sewing machine. Here now on the band, I'll be pinning it down with my office pin at one end, then go ahead and draw out my lines so that it will be more visible. This means I'll be running 2 lines of stitches around the band. Starting from the first line, I'm going to hold it like so and start stitching it down. And while doing this, I'll be expanding the band inside. So while you're sewing this and you don't drag it this way, the gathering will not turn out fine. So make sure you do the same thing you see me doing. Once I was done with stitching the first line, I went over to the second line and I did the same thing, just exactly how I did for the first line. And this is the final look of my gathered elastic band. Now I can go ahead and insert my rope in the middle space through the holes that I created initially. You can see the final fit of this trouser and it turned out so beautiful. I hope you found this video helpful and valuable. Please do well to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more of these amazing tutorials. See you in my next video.